Welcome back to International Star Media, the Gold Star Standard, at the Gold Star Standard. Reactions, reviews, and news you can use. Once again, I am your host, International Yada, for the record saying the dollars. And check this out. We back down here in Texas with it. The great state of Texas. Undercover operations. They got several operations going on in Texas. All across the state of Texas. We're going to focus on Harris County. A lot of y'all know about Harris County. We're going to jump straight off into this story. Here we go.
At 4, 20 men are under arrest and charged with soliciting prostitution after a massive sting operation. Body cameras showing one of those suspects surrendering after he ran from authorities when they tried to arrest him. In a press conference today, Harris County Precinct 4 Constable Mark Herman said the nearly 24 arrests were the result of a weeks-long investigation to catch these guys, and deputies went undercover on the street in massage parlors and other businesses where there had been complaints.
Some of these folks were caught also with unlawful carrying weapons, drugs. One individual had 14 warrants out for his arrest. These type of proactive police activities by the constables of Harris County basically diminishes the opportunity for human trafficking. It helps.
The sting operation involved multiple Harris County constables' offices, and Constable Herman says agencies plan to work together more often, even across county lines.
You hear that at the end? They said agencies will be working together even across county lines. Okay, it's more operations coming up. Y'all pay attention to this. Here we go. 22 arrested in Harris County prostitution sting. Child found in suspect's car. Harris County Precinct 4, deputies arrested 22 people in a prostitution sting targeting both buyers and sellers along the FM 1960 and the FM 2920 corridor. Y'all pay attention to this and take heed. Among the 18 men arrested for solicitation was 39-year-old Ricardo Garcia, who allegedly brought a 5-year-old child to the scene while attempting to trade money for X with an undercover officer. Hear that? It's a lot of undercover operations going on with an undercover officer. Pay attention. Constable Mark Herman emphasized that the operation targeted areas near schools and daycare centers. Spring, Texas. Nearly 24 individuals were arrested in a multi-day undercover sting in Harris County, including a father of 5 who allegedly brought his 5-year-old child along while soliciting X, authorities said. Harris County Constable Precinct 4 Constable Mark Herman announced the results of a 3-day operation, which targeted both X workers and those seeking to purchase X. The sweep focused on the FM 1960 and FM 2920 corridors, as well as the intersection of FM 1960 and Koi Kendo Road. A lot of eyes on Houston. In total, 18 men were arrested for solicitation, while 4 others were arrested on prostitution charges. 1 on the street and 3 at local massage parlors. Child found during arrest. The backstory among those detained was 39-year-old, once again, Ricardo Garcia. According to Herman, Garcia had his 5-year-old child in the backseat of his vehicle while he allegedly propositioned an undercover deputy. That example just shows you the length of what people will go through when they're out trying to solicit for X, Herman said during a press conference. You just kind of shake your head because you're jeopardizing your baby while you're trying to do this. That's what they said about this guy. They said he jeopardized his baby while he was trying to pick up some work. Here we go. Child Protective Services was notified and the child was eventually released to a family member at the scene. The operation utilized female undercover deputies who were approached by suspects offering money for actual transactions. Herman noted that the two of the arrests occurred in proximity to schools and daycare centers, specifically near Spring High School and Decaney High School. Y'all can see these operations they amping up these operations week after week after week. Here we go. Future operation. What's next? The constable's office signaled that these labor-intensive operations will become more frequent. Once again, these labor-intensive operations will become more frequent, particularly as major events approach the Houston area. Herman stated that his office is committed to increasing enforcement to protect local neighborhoods. And I want y'all to pay attention to this press conference. It's going to let you know everything that you need to know. Here we go.
My name is Mark Herman. I'm the elected constable here at the Harris County Precinct 4 Constable's Office. I want to thank our media outlets that are here today. I want to thank Grizzy from Grizzy's Hood News that's here for all you do in our communities. And I think we all can agree that at the end of the day, with your outlets, our main objective is to keep our citizens and our communities safe. And some of this type broadcasting will help people from becoming potential future victims. We have two incidents we're going to discuss today. The first is an undercover prostitution operation that my office has conducted for over the past couple of weeks. This operation was a little bit different from previous ones. Normally we go after the demand side, but in this operation we went after the supply side of prostitution, which is the actual persons having sex for money, and also the demand side. Lieutenant, can we put the first slide? These are 4 individuals that we arrested at, I think one of them was a street arrest on the street, and then the other 3 were massage parlors. We're going to make these photographs available to you by digital format. Sergeant Umanzor will email these to you, and plus she has copies for you to take also. This was the supply side, and these individuals here, we had got multiple complaints in these massage parlors and areas of prostitution, and we sent undercover deputies in, at which time there was sexual talk for transaction that met the requirement of the prostitution laws. All 4 of these individuals have been arrested and given a bond. Next slide, please. These are, I believe, 18 individuals that were arrested in a 3-day time frame. There was our ops plan. I think there was 3 locations we hit along the FM 1960 corridor. I think one of the locations was along the FM 2920 area. And these individuals were arrested. We had female undercover constable deputies, decoys out in and around businesses, and these individuals are alleged to have propositioned these peace officers for sex for money, and they were arrested. The one individual, Garcia, was arrested with a 5-month-old baby in the back seat when he made the transaction. We arrested him at the scene, took possession of the 5-month-old, contacted CPS. I think we eventually ended up giving the child to a family member that came to the scene and took custody of the baby. We all know that prostitution is illegal. It brings other crimes to our area through experience. It brings robberies. It brings homicides. It brings a multitude of illegal things, and we know this just through, I know it just through 40 years of policing in North Harris County. We will not tolerate prostitution or any other crimes in North Harris County. Again, this was a collaborative effort of the Precinct 4 Constable's Office, of our Special Operations Unit, our undercover units, our CID units,
I think there was 5 different divisions from within our organization that were involved in this. It was a very labor-intensive operation, but at the end of the day, as you can see, it's very successful, very target-rich environment. I can tell you that we will conduct more operations such as this in the near future. I met with all 8 Harris County constables this past Wednesday, 2 days ago, and we are all in agreement that the constables' offices, we have not received many extra law enforcement resources from our court. And so I think it's probably time that all 8 constables' offices and the other constables are in agreement that we merge forces together and start crossing over precinct lines to do operations such as this, whether it be reverse prostitution stings, traffic initiatives, robbery prevention, retail thefts. So we will be putting folks together internally to start putting those teams together to cross over and basically help each other's precincts and citizens. I think it's a win-win thing, and I'll tell you, Harris County, all of our law enforcement partners, including the state, we work so well together that it's, at the end of the day, it's a win-win situation for our citizens, and that's the direction we're going. So are there any questions on this specific operation?
Do you know Ricardo Garcia is the biological father of the 5-month-old?
Yes, he is. Yes.
Any other detail you can give us regarding that incident?
Yeah, there is, but I really don't want to go into it publicly. You know, that example just shows you that the length of what these people will go through when they're out, you know, trying to solicit for, you know, sex and prostitution. You know, you look at that and just kind of shake your head because you're jeopardizing your 5-month-old baby while you're trying to do this. You don't know who you're dealing with. Thankfully, in this case, it was an undercover police officer, and we were able to protect that child.
And you've had several operations over the last year. What have you seen in the number of complaints over the last year as you continue these operations and tackling this problem?
Yeah, so policing is what I've learned in 40 years, and any law enforcement person that tells you they will stop crime, it's not true. You'll never stop crime, unfortunately, because people choose to commit crime. But I've learned in my 40 years you can control crime. And what we do, we use a mechanism here at Precinct 4, and again, it's a collaborative effort between all divisions within our agency to basically control, suppress, and a lot of people don't like using the words, but displace crime. And the more you strategically hit an area, the more crime is going to go away, and it'll move elsewhere. But you know, the complaints continue to come in, which we want our citizens to call us. If you see illicit activity, whether it's in a business or on the street, call our office. That is what we're here for, and we'll get out and investigate it and make arrests and hold these folks accountable to follow the laws of our state.
What area were you guys targeting?
We hit 3 different areas along the FM 1960 corridor around 45. We hit on FM 2920, which is a little bit further north. And I think the other one was also on the FM 1960 around the Kirkendall area.
What were you guys doing? Is this a big problem here, or?
I don't know that it's a big problem, but we want to control and suppress crime and keep it down to a minimum. We had received a few complaints about prostitution in and around schools and daycare centers, which actually 2 of our operations were around schools. These people were arrested within 500 feet of a school in one case on 1960. You know, we got Spring High School, Decaney High School in that area, and this just shows the mobility that you know, these people will go through in committing these crimes.
This used to be considered a victimless crime. Is it?
Okay, I don't know who said it's a victimless crime, but I guess advocates can say that. I don't think it's a victimless crime. I don't see how that could be possible, but okay. I mean, it's just like sometimes you see people talking about gun violence. And I sit there and I shake my head. I've never seen gun violence. I mean, I've seen people violence all my career. I mean, I've never seen a gun that will go and kill somebody. It takes a lunatic or a person with the culpable mental state to get that gun and use it against somebody. But again, I don't want to get into the political aspect of it. This is about people that make choices to violate our laws, and we as law enforcement holding them accountable.
And I guess it brings a lot of crime to the area.
Sure it does, absolutely. I mean, we've had this type of activity where they come and they rob, people, or they kill people. So we want to, policing is a multifaceted approach, whether it be this type of operation, whether it be a traffic initiative, safety deal, whether it be robbery prevention, whatever the crime is, trust me, we've got something in our toolbox to counteract all of those.
And I see you're using drones to surveil the area. How do you use the drone technology to help you in these operations?
The drones are fantastic. I mean, I think we're up to 10 drones now, and we have operators in the field that in minutes they're usually on scenes. We strategically put them out when we have police chases and they bail on foot. You saw the deal a couple of days ago where DPS undercover operations asked our office for help making a traffic stop. The people ran. There was a short pursuit. We ended up catching both bad guys, and we used drones to catch them. And these drones, it's really not necessary for us to call the sheriff's helicopter out or DPS's helicopters. These drones are just, they're fascinating. I mean, at nighttime, we had a situation a couple of months ago where we were looking for a suspect. He was in a wooded area, and our deputies from the air, and we released the video, were standing 10 feet from the suspect. And we were able to, 10 feet to your right. And he's in the bushes right there because it has the infrared that picks up the heat signature. And I'll just say this, we at Precinct 4, if we get a perimeter set, you're caught. It may take us an hour, 2 hours, but, and I'll tell you, and our social media does a great job when we have these alerting folks. I know Grizzy with Hood News, if we're in a chase, people get the hell out of the way and let us do what we got to do. But the drone technology is just fabulous. I have ordered the purchase of 20 more drones, if that tells you anything, and we'll be looking at that in the next couple of months with our budgeting. And it's just another tool for our toolbox.
Any message to the Johns who think nobody's watching and you
Oh,
might from there?
yeah, no, this is a foregone conclusion. I mean, well, first of all, many of these people are career criminals. Okay, they can either change their ways or the recidivism rate with them will be right back where we're at here in 6 months. Our message is be careful who you proposition because it could be an undercover deputy constable or police officer. And these type of operations, especially with some things that will be coming up here in Houston, I can see them increasing. I know I'm going to increase because those type of activities bring this kind of behavior, and we've got to protect our communities. This isn't a choice. I mean, this is something we have to do as law enforcement, protect our communities and our citizens. Any other questions? Chrissy, you have any questions? Okay. All righty.
Constable, I'm sorry. Did the solicitation happen out on the street or was it on the location? Can you talk about that at all?
These guys here were all street level. These were people that are decoys or undercover officers are on the street walking around, whether it be by a school or a convenience store. These people drive up, start having conversation, and then at some point end up, stating that, hey, I'll give you, money for sex. And, of course, again, the labor side of this, I think in this operation every day, we're looking at about 30 to 40 people involved in it. That's from the decoys, the street folks that swoop in, the undercovers that do the takedown of the suspects. And, but again, it's labor intensive, but it's necessary. Any other questions? Okay.
You heard it right there from the constable down there in Harris County. If you are a trick or a John, be careful who you proposition, because it just might be an undercover deputy looking to arrest you. Pay attention. They said in the arsenal they have 10 drones. Okay? Y'all paying attention to this? They said they do not need to bring out helicopters anymore because they have drones. And he's looking to order more drones, okay? Everything is not for everybody. So be careful if you're out there doing what you're doing. You better know what you're doing. International Star Media, the gold star standard. At the gold star standard. Reactions, reviews, and news you can use. Once again, I am your host, International Yada, for the records and the dollars. Y'all take heed. Pay attention out there. And we will see you on the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share the video.